Hey guys, I am excited. I can't believe I am actually excited to be trying on a $5 foundation. This $5 foundation is from the Dollar General, which makes things even more surprising. I am actually excited to try this. Apparently this foundation is just as good as high-end foundations, so people say. So we want to see how it performs. And I actually purchased it today at the Dollar General in my area. I did get the color sand. The name of this foundation is called Believe Beauty. Believe Beauty is a cosmetics company that works with, I guess they work with Dollar General stores, and this is their foundation. It's called Skin Finish Foundation. And while I was there, I did see some concealers. So you'll also be seeing me use the concealer, which they call Your Covered Liquid Concealer. And that I did get in the color beige. So, guys, if you want to see my thoughts and the wear test of this $5 foundation, then keep on watching. All right, guys, up close and personal. Again, this is what the bottle looks like. Sorry about the glare from the, let me try to turn this around a little bit. This is what it looks like. It's a very classy looking bottle for a dollar type of, or value store. I guess Dollar Tree is considered a dollar store. Of course, everything is not a dollar, but this is in the color sand. And it comes with a pump. And again, they're saying this is a skin finish foundation, medium to full coverage, 0.85 fluid ounces. It's a pretty normal size for a foundation. The bottle is actually glass, so I think it's definitely worth a try. It looks pretty classy at that, but the reason why we're here is not just for the packaging. Let's see if the claims are real. Does this measure up to the highest of highest in foundations, the high-end foundations? So let's get started with the application. All right, guys, so I am going to use my Japanesque 962. It is a kabuki brush, kabuki style brush, and I am going to pump. I don't know if I'm going to pump it on here. I think I'm going to put it on here and then go in that way. So again, we're going to use this kabuki style brush and we're going to begin buffing it in.
Be first, don't trust anyone. What? Don't trust, stay strong, don't go wrong. Think twice, think twice. I take it slow, high and low is the way of your life. Fight for your day, for your faith, and shout, yeah, yeah.
Guys, so this is me with a full face of this. This is layerable. It says what, low to medium coverage or medium to full coverage. I do have an area here and an area here, which you guys have seen before. These areas, they weren't really covered up. I would have to build that. However, like I mentioned in the intro, I did buy one of their concealers, and the concealer color versus the foundation color, it looks about like this. Let's see if it'll focus. So this is the difference here. So obviously I was getting a lighter color to highlight, but I'm also going to spot conceal the areas and see how to put this through the test. So not only am I going to put the concealer under my eyes, I am going to put it on my little spots here. I only have really 2 spots. And there is, it looks like there is some, I don't know if this is discoloration here, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this as well. But guys, just looking, it goes on very nicely, and it gets more matte as it dries down. But you can see there is a little silkiness in color and look to this foundation. I'm not sure how much more matte it will start looking. Sorry guys. But this is what it looks like now. So I'm going to go ahead and use what they call Your Covered Liquid Concealer. It is a 0.15 fluid ounce. Also kind of classy look with the container as well. Now the container, this I believe might be plastic for the concealer. Sorry guys, not sure. Let me zoom on out. But yeah, this is my face with just the foundation on. I'm not sure if I'm going to follow it up. Well, when I put my, I'm going to try putting it on with a brush, my foundation, my concealer. I haven't really tried that, I don't think, instead of a sponge. I might follow it up with a sponge, but let's go ahead and get started with the concealer. The concealer color is called beige. Might be a little bit too light for me, not sure, but we'll put it through the test and we'll see in a minute. All right, I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. What are they calling this one? Domed shadow brush is what they're calling this, but I'm kind of wanting to use it for under my eye. Let me see if I have anything else. I'm thinking this would be good for it. All right, guys, I found this Luxie brush. I forgot that I had it. It's DC and something, but it's the Good Night brush. I remember when I got this in a one of the beauty boxes. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if this light is just wrong for this, but I think I'm going to go in with this. See, if not, I'm going to go ahead and use the sponge that I have. So let's go ahead and get started. This is me with the concealer and the foundation on. Again, the concealer was in the color beige and the foundation was in the color sand. Sorry, my phone again. And right now I would say this is like a sort of like a BB cream a little bit, in that I would have had to build it in order to get it to be full coverage, and I didn't want to do that. I'm too scared that it might get cakey, and I'm not really sure about it, but I don't usually wear 2 layers of foundation, maybe 1.5 to 2 at the most. It is dried down matte. It has dried down. It is dried. It has dried down rather matte, more matte than it was when it first was placed on my skin, and it has dried down to be matte. As far as the it's not, I'd say it's like demi matte. As far as how it matches my skin, I think it matches pretty well. I did get, there was another color there called hazelnut, but I think it was too dark, and I do want to see if this does oxidize in about an hour or two. So what I am going to do is go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and we'll come right back, and after that I'll do a wear test and give you my thoughts. Alright guys, so I finished the look. I basically tried to stay in the dollar store type range as much as I could. I ended up using from a little dollar, it's not a dollar store, but it's close. It's kind of like Dollar General, Jordana blush on my cheeks. Did not put any highlighter on my cheekbones or my nose or anything like that, because I did want to see what this foundation looked like, and sometimes highlighter can alter that. I wanted to see what this foundation looked like after an hour or 2 or 3. Let's see how far I can go, because I did apply this makeup pretty late. So again, I did use the Believe, it's called, the full name is called Believe Beauty. That is the name of the company, but they do sell their products out of Dollar General. So the foundation color is Sand. I did also use a Dollar Tree bronzer, and I did end up using, what did I do with the brush? Have no idea what I did with the brush, but I did use a brush called a Complex Culture. I do like this brush. It did come in one of my boxes. I'm still trying to look for it. But yeah, I just bronzed a little. I am not using powder. I did use some Clinique lashes. What do you call it? Clinique mascara. And as far as my brows, I'm so lazy about my brows. I mean, this is a wear test of the foundation. I did not want to really do a whole lot of work on the brows. I just wanted to bring my look together for the sake of the video. But yeah, I did not use any brow products, just some mascara, Clinique mascara. And again, the foundation is as it is. It has not been altered in the way of powder, or I was going to put the Hydra Veil on it for my primer, but I decided not to use primer for this. The concealer, again, put under eye, spot conceal down the center of my nose for lightening up, and right here. So let's zoom in, and then I will proceed to do my wear test. This makeup does look very good right now. However, the true test is going to come an hour or 2 later. Sorry about the eyebrows, guys. It's very messy. The true test will come an hour later. So again, this is what it looks like before the wear test starts. It's actually starting now. And as far as my eyeshadow, I did use a the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place, and it's been a long time since I used a sorry guys. It's been a long time since I used a Juvia's Place palette, and they do have very good eyeshadows, so I figured let's just go ahead and complete the look with that as well. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and do my wear test. I don't know how long I am going to be able to keep the makeup on, but it's at least going to be an hour or 2 just to see how this makeup wears. Right now, it looks good. It looks demi matte, I would say. I did not spray my face. I am not going to spray my face with any setting spray or anything like that. So we will see you back in about 2 hours. Hey guys, I am back. Just ate a cookie. You didn't need to know that. Anyway, I am back. This is what I look like right here. This makeup, I mean, the hype is real. I mean, I really like the way it looks. It reminds me a lot of my Charlotte Tilbury foundation, except it's not as thick. I would say it's in between a BB or CC cream and the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. It looks very nice considering I've had it on for 2.5 hours. You can see, of course, where I usually get oily. It's not as oily. And just think if I put powder on and touch this up with powder, it would look flawless. I mean, right now, it looks really good. This does not look like a $5 foundation. Let me zoom in. And I'm looking in the viewfinder so I can explain what we're seeing here. The coverage is still there. I did not completely cover. It's worn away just a little bit, but I did not completely cover this imperfection right here. I also had a spot over here. Well, this is pretty well covered. You can see it just a little bit. For the most part, let's look at the chin. Not a lot of creasing. Except apart from, I don't even see a lot of creasing here except the natural creasing that you would see. Sorry guys about the focus issues I always have. But yeah, not a lot. I really do need to stop frowning. But other than the regular creases in the forehead, which really, it doesn't look cakey. The problem comes when a foundation or a concealer starts looking cakey within the creases or the wrinkles. That's when it starts looking bad. And I'm not seeing cakiness. I could have gone lighter on this makeup. Ooh, I just almost knocked down my light. Sorry, guys. I could have gone lighter on this makeup so it could look a little bit more natural. But I put on, I think I put on a layer and a half around the T-zone area. But other than that, it is not overly dewy. It is not overly matte. It looks a lot less matte than it did, of course, but it is not looking, I'm so sorry guys. Let me zoom back out here. Very slowly. It is not looking overly dewy. It doesn't look overly oily. It looks dewy enough to be attractive. I think this is a very attractive looking foundation. I would put it up there with the Charlotte Tilbury. Even the Charlotte Tilbury, because of its thickness, I think a little bit, it kind of creased just a little bit more. This foundation to me is a little bit thinner in consistency, and actually, if I can find my Charlotte Tilbury, let's go ahead and look at them side by side. All right, guys, I've got 3 foundations here. I've got the most recently purchased Believe Beauty in the shade Sand. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 12.5 Neutral. And I decided to get the Fenty Beauty, which I'm in the shade 380. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump all 3 on my hand right here. And we're going to look at the consistencies of all 3 and see what it looks like. So first I'm going to put, starting over here, is going to be Charlotte Tilbury. In the middle, I'm going to put the Believe Beauty. And then on the on the other end, I'm trying not to have them run into each other until I get ready to tilt my hand so you can see what the consistency of each is. And then the Fenty Beauty is going to be on the other end. All right, guys. So let you see. What is that falling? Okay. So we have, let me see, over here is Charlotte Tilbury. Oh God, I keep forgetting. Over here is Charlotte Tilbury. Then you have the Believe Beauty. And then you have the Fenty Beauty. So you can not only see the difference in color. Oh, if my hand could stay straight. You can see that the Believe Beauty is actually the thinnest in the middle. I just can't. Oh, sorry, guys. The Believe Beauty is actually the thinnest in the middle. I'm really trying. Let me hold it there for a second. It just doesn't want to focus. Hold on. So it's looking like, to me, that the Believe Beauty is the thinnest. And let's go ahead and shear it out. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury over here. This is going to melt together, but this is the Believe Beauty. Believe Beauty. See the difference in tone? And this is the Fenty Beauty over here. And they're all the same type of, kind of the tone, but the undertone is different in these. It looks like it's a little bit different. And to me, the Believe Beauty and the Fenty Beauty look like they're a little bit more orangey, whereas the Fenty Beauty is a little bit more red. But definitely the Believe Beauty foundation is the thinner of the two, but it gives coverage like it is a full coverage foundation, because this is medium to full, not the same as full coverage. And as Charlotte Tilbury, I believe she actually says hers is about the same, medium to full, and it's buildable. And Fenty Beauty, I think, is just, this says soft matte long wear foundation, long wear. But I believe this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. So guys, that is it. Let me zoom you guys out. That is it, guys. I really do appreciate you tuning in for this. This is a very nice foundation, and the way I found out about this is through an influencer. Her name is Allie Glines or Glines. And sorry if I'm mispronouncing her last name, but her name is Allie Glines, guys. I really need to look that up. But yes, I will put her name in the description below. But that is one of the larger influencers, the more popular influencers that did like this foundation. She did say it was good for her. She finds herself reaching for it. And I can see why. Because it's only $5. It gives you that higher class type of finish. And it is a natural finish. And the longer that you have it on, the more natural it looks. I do not even have, I was going to put my primer on underneath this. I don't feel that I need primer. Maybe if I put this and it has a tacky kind of sticky base, this primer. Maybe if I put that on when I want it to last long, that would answer all my prayers for this foundation. Of course, I didn't have it on for like 12 hours. So maybe it would wear great, but I'm thinking not. Most foundations, it's hard for them, even the most expensive, it's hard for them to last that long. So guys, I would recommend this foundation. I wanted to also test it on my skin without anything under it. I did do my regular skincare, but the primer I decided to forego. If I was going to break out, I would have broken out already. I have not worn this but one day, but I've got a feeling in the way it feels. Some foundations kind of itch your skin a little bit. This one did not do that, so I would recommend this foundation. $5. This is a foundation you can go through, keep going through, use on a daily basis, weekly basis, and not break the bank replacing it or refilling it. So I like it. I think it's a great foundation. I think it's better than the other drugstore foundations. Well, not all of them. I think there's quite a few drugstore foundations that are great as well. But for $5, this one's really a shocker at how good it looks on the skin, how good it feels on the skin. It doesn't even feel like I have anything on my skin. So guys, that is it. Let me know your thoughts. Did you already know about Believe Beauty? If you did not, what are your thoughts now? Do you think you might want to go out and get Believe Beauty? They had, I forgot how many shades, but they had not a tremendous amount of shade range, but they had shades from one end of the spectrum with light to dark, so or fair to deep. So yeah, go ahead, go out, try it. Let me know your thoughts. If this helped you, give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you like the rest of my content, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. If I can hang, for some reason I can't hang up. Oh, I'm glad that I couldn't cut this off because there are a few photos after this. Stay tuned for those, which I do photos because it gives you guys an idea of the way it looks with a flash, without a flash, and things like that. So stay tuned for some other videos. I believe it should be Ipsy next. Bye.